Hi everyone, how is the day taking you? How are you doing in business? How are you doing at work? It's really hard for everyone at this point of time, but you have to keep strong, you have to keep believing, you must keep the faith and the fight on. It's not easy at every level, but once you have that spirit to fight, that spirit to continue to chase your dream, there is no way you cannot make it in life. It's hard enough that our hopes are being tested each and every day. It's normal. But the question is, do you want to give up because you have lost faith at this moment? Or you want to keep believing that you can build on that faith with hard work and you will reach the promised land. Let us remember that Moses did not find it easy to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. You remember he had to confront the Pharaoh on several occasions and demanding the Pharaoh to let the people go. The Pharaoh was also stubborn and refused until he had to accept. There are very many challenges that we face in life, but if you have hope and you keep on the fight, you can succeed. Remember, Moses was asking, let God's people go, and the Pharaoh was refusing. He claimed to have a more powerful God than Moses. Moses put down a stick and it ate the snakes that were created by the pharaohs. Can I say witches or magicians, whatever they were? But all in all, the most important thing is Moses came out successful because he had God on his side. So I believe everything in life is a test. Everything we do in life is a test. It's natural for humans to have weaknesses because they are part of us, but they should not define the way we live. When you are weak or when you feel weak, hang on to that something that keeps you going. Sometimes you may have overworked over the day and you feel like you are close to giving up. But then you remember you have a family to feed. That's responsibility. That kind of responsibility keeps you working hard so that you can provide food on the table. It's what is motivating you to keep working hard. Remember, you are not alone. God knows every hardship that you go through. And one day, He will answer your prayers. It's not easy, and it has never been easy. To define any kind of work that you feel is more comfortable in your definition of work. I'll give you an example. A doctor became a medical doctor because that was his dream, that to become a medical doctor. and live a life they want. The same with an engineer, a lawyer, or any other kind of profession. People felt that they can make it in life. They had to study medicine, they had to study law, they had to study engineering, and they did. But it doesn't end there. You can go and ask them yourselves. It doesn't end there. If you have a friend in those fields, ask them. They will explain to you. It doesn't end there. Once you come into the job, you will experience challenges. Doctors lose patients, but it is not their intention to lose patients. A doctor will tell you, I did everything I could, but I could not save this person's life. That's a challenge. And for a doctor, I believe it's more hurtful. You can even feel like maybe I'm in the wrong profession. You feel like, should I just give up on this profession? Because I joined the profession to save lives. Why are you losing lives? Are you doing something not right? That's a challenge. Let's look at an engineer. Someone can study to become a building, a structural engineer. You build a house, but in the middle of the construction, probably it collapses. That's a challenge. You have to ask yourself, why did the house collapse? Did I buy items that were not up to standard? Revisit each and everything that you had to do on the list. What went wrong? You cannot just give up because a house collapsed. There is a reason why that house collapsed. It's bad enough that it collapsed. But it doesn't mean you should end your career there. Those are the challenges that you face as an engineer in construction business. My friends in other fields of engineering will tell you that the roads they construct these days, they don't last more, especially in those developing countries. You find that there is a contractor hired, but the road takes less than 2 years, and then you find potholes on the road. They will tell you that they didn't put enough chorus on the road, and the foundation was not good enough, and that's why they have potholes. That's another challenge in engineering. Then you have your other colleagues in engineering, the architectures. Somebody wants an original piece of building. Original. You don't have to copy it anywhere. So as an architecture, you have to be creative. You can ask an artist to imagine a very beautiful home by the lake, a very beautiful home anywhere. You define what kind of home that you feel you want them to draw. From that image, you can begin to make architectural designs inside according to your customers' needs. So there is a lot of demand in each and every step. Then come to lawyers. Lawyers face a lot of challenges. Defense lawyers have been accused of defending guilty people. Guilty. That you know your client is guilty while you're defending them. And they would simply tell them that every person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. It's that opportunity that they use to represent their clients, and if court finds otherwise, at least they have had their chance to be heard. But that's not the reasoning from everybody. People will be like, you know your client killed. Why are you representing him? Why are you defending him like he never killed? The presumption of innocence until proven guilty entitles everyone to a defense attorney and to get justice that they deserve. So we are talking about challenges in our journey to success. There are so many challenges everywhere. The lesson here is that there are a lot of challenges in every field of work, but you have to hang on, you have to be strong, you have to believe in yourself. You should not allow one challenge to define your destiny. You should not give up on one challenge. In fact, a challenge calls you to challenge yourself. You call yourself a lawyer. A case has come before you and your client wants justice. Maybe there were two people that attacked him. He knows their faces. They beat him up. But he is the only witness. Then you think, how am I going to help this client that has no witnesses except himself? That's a challenge. But does it mean you should give up on law as a profession in your life? No. Maybe a client has brought you a very complicated plan. As an architecture, you have to think whether that plan is possible. But you have to work within your client's desires. That's a challenge. Does it mean that you give up architecture? No. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to tell you that there will always be challenges in life. But it is up to you. It is up to you to come out strongly and believe you can overcome them. They cannot let you down. Today we are going to look at some other item on the agenda, and it is motivating factors. Motivating factors. The question is, what are motivating factors? Where do they come from? Why do we need them? To answer the first question, I will equate it to a car. A car cannot move without fuel. Fuel is the motivating factor for a car to move. So when I have a car that runs on diesel or petrol, I cannot start it when that fuel is not there because it will not move. That fuel is the motivating factor for my car to move. To answer your question, motivating factors are those things that one needs to keep moving forward. By moving forward, I mean by doing their work right, keeping track with their work, because they have an agenda and they are being motivated by that goal, that in order to achieve that goal, I have to work hard. In order to realize my dream, I have to work hard. So motivating factors are those factors that we need to push our lives forward. Why do we need motivating factors? That's a good question. Why do we need motivating factors? To answer your question, we are human beings, and being lazy is sometimes normal for a human being. But being lazy doesn't mean that you should give up on life. It means you must find something that makes you work harder and minimize your chances of being lazier. And I believe one of the things that we need that help us to overcome laziness is the desire to do something. If you're not good at math, there is no point of you wanting to teach mathematics because you will never be motivated. You don't have the love for math. If history is boring to you and you don't like it, there is no point of teaching history to students because they won't even understand it. The point I'm trying to make is that when you are choosing your career, be it a pilot, being an engineer, a lawyer, a teacher, you must have the desire for that career because a career defines your life. You have to become good at something that your heart is willing to learn, that your heart is willing to stand, because it's your lifetime career. It's what is going to put food on the table. No one is going to hire you if you're not good at something. They are going to hire you because you are good at what you're doing. So it is important to have the love for a career path that you wish to undertake. Don't take any career because of peer pressure or because of what others say. Take it because you love it. Take it because it's your heart's desire. The lesson here is we have to become what we really want to get the best out of it. On many occasions, even when we take our career paths that we desire, we have challenges maintaining the strength to keep going. For instance, I believe, especially for accountants, there are some jobs that keep you busy, but there are some other jobs that you will have to sit there until you get your next customer. So for those jobs that you have to sit there until you get your next customer, that you will be bored most of the time, you will need something that keeps you not losing hope, that keeps you believing in yourself, that keeps you patient, because you need patience at work. If you don't have patience, more likely you give up so soon. So what do you need in circumstances that your job is not so demanding that you get bored most of the time? You find something that can entertain you in the time you are not busy. Now get me right, I'm not saying that you are going to watch a movie, you look at your customer waiting for you to attend to him or her while you're watching a movie. The point I'm trying to take, let the movie not take away your attention or your responsibility at your workplace. But you watch your movie when your work is not so demanding. Listen to your music when your work is not so demanding. But once you get a client, all your focus should be on that client, because the money that that client brings into the business is the money that pays you. It is the money that feeds you. It is the salary that you get paid at the end of the month. So you need to keep motivated at your workplace, and it's understandable if you have music or you have somewhere that you can watch movies until you attend to a client, but let that not take away your responsibility. Your responsibility should remain your number one priority. Number two, factors that can help us to build on our confidence and motivation at our workplaces. So we looked at entertainment. True. Entertainment, we talked about music and movies. But you can not be limited to that. You may have a radio, you may have a board game or any kind of game. Supposing you're not alone, you can play with a colleague. But remember, like I said before, when a client comes, they are your number one priority. Number two, a counselor. Why do we need a counselor? That's a good question. We need a counselor because we all have problems. We all have problems. sometimes they affect our that we don't put out the best expected from us. So in order to get the best out of you at your workplace, you must see a counselor when you have problems. The question is, who is a counselor? A counselor is a person trained to give guidance on personal and psychological problems. Remember, you may be married, you may have a boyfriend, you may have a girlfriend. There are some issues that really affect your life, like family matters. You have quarrels everywhere, they are part of life. Disagreements everywhere, they are part of life. But should you let them affect your work? Because they can even lead you to losing your job. But if you see a counselor, you can tell them your problems and they can guide you on how to overcome your problems, because that's their job. Or if you have a friend that you can trust, you can talk to them. The point is, you must have mental support. When you have mental support, your brains become sharp, so your output has to be good quality output, and your demand will be high because your employer will want you at your workplace. Even the more reason you bring in more customers and you're good at your work. So you may have to put a counselor in your plans when you have issues to do with mental support, issues that may affect your work at your place of work. Number 3, accept when you are wrong and work towards finding a solution to your problem. When you make a mistake at work, it doesn't mean you are supposed to be perfect. Accept that you made a mistake. The next thing is to ask yourself, how do I overcome this mistake? That's motivation. Because if you don't accept that you have made a mistake, but you can see it that you are wrong, that is going to put down your self-esteem, because you are going to question why you are wrong, yet you feel you are right. But once you accept that you are wrong and you challenge yourself not to do it again, not to do the same mistake again, you are motivating yourself to be even a better person at your workplace and to achieve the best out of you. The other point to help you get motivated is to make research. Research seems like work, but research can help you bring out of the best, or to bring the best out of you. So research can help to bring the best out of you. For instance, market research. Why are we not selling our product so well? Maybe you don't know your customer very well. Go to the source. The benefits of making research, it will help your business to grow because you know what your customers want. It will help you to be better in the field of your expertise because now you know how to make the best out of what you do to satisfy your customers' demands. In a way, you are motivated even to work the more because your target is to produce exactly what your customers want and you are getting profits out of it. The other point that you should look at as a motivating factor is the positivity of your work. Don't always look at the negative side of your work. There are people who are going to be always negative with your work. They are going to be negative all the time with the goal of letting you down, making you feel small, but you should not listen to that. Your goal should be focused. How do I make my work better? How do I achieve the best out of my work? In fact, if you have such a goal, it's the fuel, it's the energy that is going to drive you, and you are not going to give up easily because your focus is well set how to achieve the best out of your work. It's well known that there are going to be colleagues, including some friends, who are going to be always negative, that work doesn't earn a lot. Why did you take up that work? How do you live with yourself after doing such work? People are saying this, that, talking negativity to you. But always take that negativity as something that should not let you down. Always put your focus on your goal. When you put your focus on your goal and how to achieve the best out of your goal, you will make it in life. There will always be negative comments, but they don't mean you focus all your energy on them. Focus all your energy on how to be better. From here, we're going to look at motivational quotes because we need them on our journey to success. We need something that can help us and give us a reason to move on. Today we are going to begin with Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the former Prime Minister of Britain, and at one time he said success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. When you don't realize that you have achieved your dream, when you get a downfall at one point, don't accept defeat. Continue fighting on because you never know when you win the war. You have begun your war to achieve your dream. But if you find hardships along the way, there should not be a reason for you to stop fighting to achieve your dream. There should be a reason for you to keep fighting harder to achieve your dream. We are being told that it is the courage to continue that counts, because when you continue, you are coming closer to realizing your dream. The other motivation quote comes from Colin R. Davis. Colin R. Davis once said, "The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same." What did he mean by that? It's the effort that you put in to achieve your dream that counts. In simple terms, it is the effort that you put in to achieve your dream that counts. If you become lazy along the way, it's easy for you to fail. But if you work hard and push yourself to work hard, you make the work easy for yourself. Success can come sooner than you expected because you have increased your effort towards work and you are closer to your dream. Another quotation for today is, "Success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it." This was Henry David. If you spend most of your time looking for success, chances are you will get your success. But if you give little attention to time towards the direction of success, then you are bound to fail because you don't have time to look for success. You have time to waste most of the opportunities, which is not a good thing. I'll give you an example. If I earn from farming, I will make sure that I plant maize, I plant mangoes, I plant fruits, so that when the time for harvest comes, I have enough to sell and get money. But if the time to plant comes and I keep on postponing, eventually it will mean that I haven't done any work. And when you don't do any work, you don't expect to achieve from the efforts of work, because to make sense out of it, there is no work done. So you must put time to work in order to achieve the best out of work. That is what this quotation means. Success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it. You must be busy looking for success in order to achieve success. The other quotation is, "Develop success from failures. Develop success from failures." Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. This was Dale. According to this guy, when you have failures, there should be learning opportunities. You have to ask yourself, why did you fail? Steve Jobs once said, "If you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you." This was Steve Jobs. If you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. This was Will Rogers. Where Rogers saw that people focus so much on what happened yesterday, then what can we do today? If you fail to achieve your goal yesterday, it doesn't mean you cannot achieve it today. Forget about the past. Develop new techniques of how to improve on your work, how to get more customers. Don't let the past put you down. Another quotation for our motivation purposes is from Frank Ocean, who says, "Work hard in silence, let your success be your noise." Work hard in silence, let your success be your noise. This speaks for itself. Don't talk about how hard you work. It's better to work hard and your success tells the story. When they talk about you, they will talk about how successful you have been in business. They will talk about how you have supported your family now and again, how you have never let your family down. Simply because your hard work speaks it all. I guess what they're trying to tell us is that it's better that your success speaks than you talking about how hard you work, because people talk about success, they don't talk about how hard you work. The harder you work, the more successful you become. That is according to Frank Ocean. The other motivation quote says that two things define you: your patience when you don't have everything, and your attitude when you have everything. How do you control your wealth when you have everything? Because if you concentrate on spending more than investing, then you have a problem. It is important to concentrate on working hard and investing your money into more production, into more market research, into quality output, so that you can harvest positively out of your investment. So that is what it means, that two things define you: your attitude when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything. So in the beginning, your attitude will be to work hard and get money. When you get money, what are you going to do with that money? Are you going to spend it like there is no tomorrow? Are you going to invest that money so that you get more money? So it is important to control yourself at every stage of success in order to achieve more out of your hard work. The other habit which I think everyone in business should adopt is to open a savings account. When you open a savings account, you put your money in the bank. Your bank is responsible for keeping that money safe. I have a feeling that when that money is in the bank, you can control yourself on how to use it, how to spend it, and how it can benefit you and your family than when it is in your hands. Studies show that you spend more when you have money physically than when it is in your bank. So it's kind of a financial discipline that you keep your money in the bank. It can help you save a lot in the end. The other motivational point that we need to look at is at every stage of success in business, you will need a financial advisor. You do not have to necessarily take the advice of a financial advisor, but it helps you to make decisions in the right direction. Why? It is the job of a financial advisor to make research on where money should be best put, best invested in. What kind of work can reproduce that money back to you and generate more income? What kind of work favors the community around you? What kind of work can fit within your financial means? So when you get a financial advisor, you have financial discipline because his or her role is to make sure that you put the money in the right direction and that money generates income for you and your family. Next, we are going to look at the health care of our body. How should you care for your body? Because it's important to keep the body healthy in order to chase your dream. No one can work when they are sick. So today we are going to look at one type of food that can be helpful to you in order to maintain your health. We've all heard about bananas. Bananas are good for your health and they have been proven to provide a number of health benefits. They can keep you going, provide energy throughout the day, and you will be closer to your dream than ever. So let's look at bananas. One, they are rich in nutrients. They contain a fair amount of fiber and several antioxidants. One regular sized banana, that is 126 grams, also boosts calories, fat, that is 0 grams, protein, about 1 gram, carbs, about 29 grams, fiber, about 3 grams, vitamin C, about 12% of the daily value, and so on and so on. But let's take a closer look. How do we benefit from all this? A banana provides about 112 calories and consists almost exclusively of water and carbs. They hold little protein and no fat. The carbs in green and ripe bananas are mostly in the form of starch and resistant starch, a type of indigestible fiber we'll get to shortly. As the fruit ripens, its flavor becomes sweeter while its fiber content drops. So we have seen that they are rich in nutrients. We all need those nutrients. We need magnesium, we need potassium, we need copper, we need folate, we need vitamin C, we need fiber, we need carbs, we need protein. They are all important to our body. Two, They improve blood sugar levels. Bananas are rich in soluble fiber. During digestion, soluble fiber dissolves in liquid to form a gel. It's also what gives bananas their sponge-like texture. Unripe bananas also contain resistant starch, which isn't digestible by your body. Together, these two types of fiber may moderate your blood sugar levels after meals, plus they may help regulate your appetite by slowing the emptying of your stomach. Bananas may support digestive health. Dietary fiber has been linked to many health benefits, including improved digestion. One medium-sized banana provides about 3 grams of fiber. Resistant starch, the type of fiber found in unripe bananas, is prebiotic. Prebiotics escape digestion and end up in your large intestine, where they become food for the beneficial bacteria in your gut. What's more, pectin, a fiber found in both ripe and unripe bananas, may help prevent constipation and soften stools. So let's go to another one, may aid weight loss. Bananas have relatively few calories. The average banana has just over 100 calories, yet it's nutritious and filling. Eating more fiber from vegetables and fruits has repeatedly been linked to lower body weight and weight loss. Number 5, may support heart health. Potassium is a mineral that's vital for the heart health, especially blood pressure management. Despite its importance, few people get enough potassium in their diet. Conveniently, bananas are a great source of potassium, with a medium-sized banana weighing about 126 grams, providing 10% of the daily value. A potassium-rich diet can help lower your blood pressure, plus, according to old research and animal studies, people who eat plenty of potassium have up to a 27% lower risk of heart disease. Number 6, full of antioxidants. Fruits and vegetables are excellent sources of dietary antioxidants, and bananas are no exception. They contain several types of potent antioxidants, including flavonoids and amines. The antioxidants are linked to many health benefits, such as reduced risk of heart disease and degenerative illnesses. Number 7, may help you feel fuller. Once you eat a banana, your stomach begins to fill up, so it can help you at least reduce on your hunger, plus it has so many health benefits, so all the same you get value for what you eat from the banana. Number 8, improve insulin sensitivity when unripe. Insulin resistance is a significant risk factor for several chronic diseases, including type 2 diabetes. Several studies reveal that regularly eating resistant starch, for example by enjoying unripe bananas, may improve insulin sensitivity. This could make your body more responsive to this blood sugar regulating hormone. May improve kidney health. Potassium is vital for healthy kidney function and blood regulation. As great dietary sources of potassium, bananas could be especially beneficial when it comes to keeping your kidneys healthy. May support exercise recovery. Bananas are sometimes referred to as the perfect food for athletes. This is largely due to their content of easily digested carbs, as well as the minerals potassium and magnesium, both of which act as electrolytes. You lose electrolytes through your sweat during vigorous exercise.
Resupplying your body with potassium and magnesium after sweating, for example by eating a banana, may reduce exercise-related muscle cramps and soreness. Number 11, easy to add to your diet. Bananas are not only incredibly healthy but also one of the most convenient snack foods around. They make a great addition to yogurt, cereal, and smoothies, and they work a treat as a topping on your whole grain toast with peanut butter. You can even use them in place of sugar in your baking and cooking. Bananas likewise incredibly easy to eat and transport. They are usually well.
Hi everyone, how is the day taking you? How are you doing in business? How are you doing at work? It's really hard for everyone at this point of time, but you have to keep strong, you have to keep believing, you must keep the faith and the fight on. It's not easy at every level, but once you have that spirit to fight, that spirit to continue to chase your dream, there is no way you cannot make it in life. It's hard enough that our hopes are being tested each and every day. It's normal. But the question is, do you want to give up because you have lost faith at this moment? Or you want to keep believing that you can build on that faith with hard work and you will reach the promised land? Let us remember that Moses did not find it easy to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. You remember he had to confront the Pharaoh on several occasions and demanding the Pharaoh to let the people go. The Pharaoh was also stubborn and refused until he had to accept. There are very many challenges that we face in life, but if you have hope and you keep on the fight, you can succeed. Remember, Moses was asking, let God's people go, and the Pharaoh was refusing. He claimed to have a more powerful God than Moses. Moses put down a stick and it ate the snakes that were created by the Pharaohs. Can I say witches or magicians, whatever they were? But all in all, the most important thing is Moses came out successful because he had God on his side. So I believe everything in life is a test. Everything we do in life is a test. It's natural for humans to have weaknesses because they are part of us, but they should not define the way we live. When you are weak or when you feel weak, hang on to that something that keeps you going. Sometimes you may have overworked over the day and you feel like you are close to giving up. But then you remember you have a family to feed. That's responsibility. That kind of responsibility keeps you working hard so that you can provide food on the table. It's what is motivating you to keep working hard. Remember, you are not alone. God knows every hardship that you go through. And one day, He will answer your prayers. It's not easy, and it has never been easy to define any kind of work that you feel is more comfortable in your definition of work. I'll give you an example. A doctor became a medical